Welcome back to CBS 12 News at 9. New year, new you. Sounds good, right? Well, with 2021 just one day away, many people are thinking about their New Year's resolutions. But listen to this. According to Strava, a social network for athletes, by the end of January, most people have already given up on their resolutions. The reason? Unrealistic expectations. Our resident psychotherapist Jennifer Tomko of Clarity Health joins us this morning with a different way to approach the new year. Jen, we're so glad that you're with us here this morning. And you say we should be picking a theme instead of resolutions.
Some people are goal-oriented and they're really great with, setting really concrete goals. But for those of us who aren't, myself included, creating a theme is a better way to go. So in the last 3 years, my themes have been self-discipline, balance. That was my 2020. 2020 was balance. I did a good job for about 5 months. And then this year it will be gratitude for me.
Yeah, so I really like this idea because, sometimes those resolutions are just really hard to stick with. But what's the best way to figure out a theme?
So look at your life and figure out what you feel like you've been missing in the year before. So I'll use myself as an example. Last year, for me, I needed balance, but due to COVID, it was very difficult. I did end up picking it up in August because I didn't forget the fact that my goal had been balanced back in January. So it lends the opportunity for us to be able to figure out what we need. So you look at the year prior and you decide what you want to change for this year. So for me, it's going to be gratitude. I want to focus on that much more this year. So just think about what you're missing. So what you want to add to improve yourself for the year coming.
Now, even, whether it's resolutions or a theme, the hardest part is always sticking with it. So what's the best way to stay consistent so, that we don't end up failing and giving up on it, halfway through the year?
Absolutely. I think it's the little things that we do along the way. So we have to have little reminders up for ourselves. So like Post-it notes, or a rock or something that reminds you that you have an ultimate theme. So some things that you can do despite the theme or cater to your own theme is, do one act of kindness daily. Try something new once a month. Start with intuitive eating instead of a diet. Start journaling what you're eating instead of worrying about how many inches you're learning. A gratitude list. There are so many things that we can do. And just do it in small chunks. I think that we overthink it, and really it's just about these little subtle changes that make a huge difference.
Now, if we choose a theme at the beginning of the year and we want to switch it up, after a couple of months, we've thought of something else that we really want to focus on. Is it okay to change gears?
I mean, sure, as long as we're focusing on growth. And the whole concept is that it's okay to be imperfect. Like, we have to give ourselves permission to do that. But as long as we're always striving for some next level of ourselves, that's enough. So yeah, it's okay if it changes.
That is some great advice as we head into the new year. Jen, thank you so much. We always love to get your perspective, and we'll be chatting with you again in 2021.
Thank you.
Matt, over to you.
All right, good stuff coming up. It's what we're talking about this morning. Are you changing your New Year's Eve plans because of COVID-19? Join the conversation on social media. We'll hear more from